that you have to like spit into a test tube, I will refuse to fucking do that.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Said no.
Dude, all I can think about was spit into a test tube. Is like the scientists break that open and going.
So, guys, welcome to the 54th episode of Drunken Ship Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Tay Norman. Alongside me is the one who is many, CyberCalamity.
Who really needs a rebranding.
No, the one who's many.
Yeah,
that's the perfect. A perfect retcon name is the one who's many because there is so many names.
Yeah, but on Instagram, it kind of like you text me, you got it wrong because you're wrong. Your name's
CyberCalamity, Captain Crockett, Mothman.
Mothman.
I am the Mothman.
On Discord, I constantly tagged you as CyberCalamity and then go like, "Fuck it."
Is it not that on Discord?
No, it's Captain Crockett on Discord.
The one that's speaking now is Bryan Chia.
Yo,
so
been a little while, been a good minute.
Yeah,
feels like it's been a good minute.
Welcome back to Cryptic Conversations with your host Mothman. Alongside him is Bigfoot and the Chupacabra himself.
We have to think about that for a second. We're like, fuck, what did I say last
I
two
think
weeks ago?
Yeah, Chupacabra comes out my mouth like a bag of bones. Just
if you're new to the show, this is a show with three friends talk about whatever on the internet or what's happening outside your window. So if you like that, please hit that follow, subscribe button so you'll be notified for the next episode.
All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab the coffee real quick.
Sick. So just so everyone knows, it is 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It is currently 8:10 in the morning. I went to sleep at 3 in the morning.
Me too, Bryan.
Because
yeah.
it's fucking.
Yeah.
I went to get tacos and I got bevies with the tacos and fucking went to sleep at 3 in the morning.
What? I was listening to like a Fast 9 spoiler cast last night. Yeah.
Do you like the Fast and Furious movies?
No. I don't. I don't know what happened with that franchise.
And it went off the fucking rails. That's what happened.
And it knows what it's doing, but it's so jarring from looking at like the first 2, maybe 3 movies, then look at now.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Crazy. I think that that's the kind of movie that like once you start, you have to keep overdoing yourself.
Yeah, that's
with every fucking movie. Yeah. So normally those movies have a shelf life. Like you can't make it past the 4th movie before shit starts going crazy. You know, like we made it 3, like Tokyo, Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift.
One, right?
I think that's the 3rd one.
Yeah.
That was like the perfect ending point because I was like kind of realistic at that point. Mm-hmm. After then, they started fucking swinging cars around. They started just doing some crazy
going
shit.
to space, which I called it 3 years ago.
Yeah. Wait, are they actually going to space?
Yeah, they went to space. It's spoilers. Whoever fucking cares about that movie. I was supposed to see it yesterday when I found like no.
I didn't even know it came out.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, Tay did upload every barbecue scene. Every barbecue scene out of the franchise into a YouTube channel.
When I get an idea, I gotta let it go.
It's like 11 minutes.
I make sure we didn't get no copyright strike, but we good.
Yeah. So funny. I was dying when I got the notification.
Every barbecue scene in Fast and Furious. They're all the same.
Fucking nerd. Yeah, they all are the same.
Yeah, all the same.
I think your caption is us. We all eat because we're family.
Yeah. They have like a real barbecue at the end.
So, so I went. It's 8:15 in the morning, and I went to sleep yesterday at like 3 in the morning because I went out to a bar, which is the first time that I've been out to a bar. Not only before the pandemic, but like in years. Like I just haven't gone out in ages. And yesterday, I kind of remembered why I haven't gone to a bar in ages. I feel like we got tacos. The tacos were delicious. We went drinking. We went bar hopping. Went to 2 breweries. We went to a barcade. The barcade was fantastic. It's called Player One Up. It's in Rock Hill. Shout out to them.
Is it game related?
Yeah. They have like a shit ton of pinball machines and like some arcade games. It's pretty fun.
It's like they're like a bar here, right?
Yeah.
That's here like based in Charlotte. It's like a retro. It's like a retro game bar.
Yeah.
It's here in Charlotte, that place?
No, it's a bar is here in Charlotte, but that one is Player One Up. It's the same concept as a bar.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's fantastic. We run into a guy. We were like, yeah, Barry has all these pinball machines for like 50 cents. And it was like, A dude got on his high horse and was just like, Abari this, Abari that. Our machines are just as good. And I was like, dude, go home. leave me alone. But we went to another brewery or another like bar, and there is something about bar culture that absolutely irritates the fuck out of me. There's something so specific about when people are to get. Crockett, you just raw dogging that? That's hot as hell.
Yeah.
This man drink shit black. He has no soul.
I have the threat of a rough cowboy.
God
Never.
damn.
That is the best line out of any Quentin Tarantino movie, where the guy from Justified like wraps around the blanket around him. He's like, Navajo.
I thought I even admit that tweet.
Speaking of that, I have been reading this book called Summer of the Empire Moon.
Yeah.
That is the most gruesome book I've ever read in my life.
Description's just off the
This
fucking
man
rip.
read books. Continue your story, Bryan.
So we went to this bar called Tattooed Brews in Rock Hill. Also a really fun bar. And I came to the realization that you know how like a lot of men say that like a lot of women have like pick me attitudes. You know that stereotype with a pick me girl?
Yeah.
That's always like, oh, pick me. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm one of the guys, whatever. Like that stereotype, that's really annoying. Men have the worst case of pick me syndrome
Oh, obviously.
when they're in a bar.
Oh, really?
They're constantly trying to flex over another one. They're constantly walking like they're like buffer than they are. You know, when someone's buff, they walk pretty straight. But you know when they're faking it. When they're faking it and they just look like a dog that's out of place. And I just saw that all over the place.
Cringe.
There was one time when I was sat and I was at our table, and then there was like 4 chairs. People are using the chairs. My mate gets up to go to the bathroom. The dude just grabs the chair and then like leaves with it and like puts it like fucking 600 feet away from the rest of the bar. I'm like, who the fuck? Like, why is everybody such a dick? Bar culture is the worst thing that ever happened to social outings. Because everybody's drunk as fuck. Everybody's an asshole. And there's always that one guy going across the bar that's flexing how much money he spent in the bar and how much he's like got available to spend and how hard he can party. You know, the guy's like, yeah, I've been there for 5 days, man.
I was at a
I
wedding.
can keep going.
I was at a wedding
like-
once, and this dude, I was talking to this guy, and he showed me how much he made. He gave me his pay stubs, and I'm like,
What the fuck?
why are you showing me this?
Some people it's kind of form a, for Brian's
Yeah.
case, you're in a bar full of guys and you're trying to topple on each other.
Mm-hmm.
And plus you're buzzed up from alcohol. And
Yeah.
it could be insecurities like that guy was showing you. Like, why is he showing you that for?
I don't know. I had no idea.
I don't even know. How
You
did
know,
that even come up? Like,
that-
how do you pull your pay stub out of your pocket and give it to somebody?
I think about this actually a lot lately. Because in other countries, they don't ask you what your job is. They ask you like, oh, what are your hobbies and stuff. It's only really here in America where as far as I know, only here in America where when you ask someone their job and occupation, that's kind of like that's their status in like society.
We call that capitalism, baby.
Sometimes classism too.
Yeah,
Get
classism, yeah.
It's so weird how our culture social with that.
It's like around your job. It's like, where's your social standing? That's
Well,
just
your
super
job
bizarre.
is your identity in like a capitalistic society. That's like who you are.
Yeah, I was going for like when you, especially on social media, when typical 9-to-5 job, people make fun of you for having that, but it's a job.
Yeah,
You're getting money for it. At least you're not sitting in your bed, right?
yeah. I'm getting my bag.
So is it,
I don't know. I don't get how people just like live at home and not like work. Like, how do you?
I did it in quarantine. It sucks. That's not fun. Even though I'm
Yeah,
getting
but like, how
paid,
do you
but-
pay bill? I mean, like, I guess like you're living with like your parents or something like that, or
Or
Someone else just maintains you. Yeah,
Yeah.
shit like that. It's a weird thing because I don't hate on anybody for like having to live with their parents and whatnot. But there's like a specific class of people that's like
relies on them.
relies on not just the support, but like doesn't try to become independent of
Yeah.
that support, and that can sometimes really grate on me.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a little bit of like I'm jealous that they get to like just chill out at home, and I have to like work or do whatever, or I have to like try to hustle for my next paycheck or something. But it's weird, man.
Because when I got laid off last year, because the COVID shit, what is the stimulus package shit?
Stimulus,
check.
yeah, the stimulus check.
Well, people think that's great. It wasn't. It was boring.
Yeah, no, it was awful.
And it was harder to find shit as well because everyone's freaking out.
Yeah. I work from home. I've worked from home for the last 2.5 years, and I'm about ready to fucking blow my brains out, man.
Yes.
It's like I'm staring at the monitor. I'm just like, fuck. Like, I don't know what else to do.
You mentioned like you went somewhere for the first time. I went to the movie theaters for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
A week ago.
What
it
did
was
you
a week ago.
see?
Quiet Place 2.
Quiet Place 2 is fantastic.
Yeah.
In theaters.
I would say normally that Quiet Place is probably the worst movie to see in theaters.
No, this
No, but hear me out. I would say it is the one of the worst movies to see in theaters because of the way the movie is shot. That
Because
you need
everything's so
a
quiet.
sound deafening room with headphones on to watch that movie.
dude, the people we were watching it with fucking got on my nerves.
See, this is exactly why.
No,
you
they were
don't-
fucking loud.
That's
like,
what I'm
just
saying.
talking during a movie. Just
That shit pisses
some
me off.
Fucking.
And the one movie that you probably could not talk through.
And I kept looking like, shut the fuck up. No, it's like this family. I don't want to be really specific, but yeah, but they got on my fucking nerves. Like, if you go to the movies, what's the point of fucking talking and having your phone on?
Yeah, enjoy the
home.
fucking movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
go to watch Netflix if you're gonna talk during the film. I went to see The Conjuring, the last Conjuring that came
I saw
out
it on
and
HBO Max.
It's fantastic.
It's a great movie,
It was
yeah.
really great. And there was like 5 rows and like 6 seats away. There was this group of just relatively teenaged girls
Yeah.
would not shut the fuck up. And like that was the first time in a movie theater that I was so tempted to just be like, it was me, Jonathan, and them, and I was so tempted to just be like, hey, can y'all just like shut the fuck up for 5 minutes?
That's what I want to do to the family beside me.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like, it's ridiculous. Have you had like, it's probably the least I've been to a theater with no one was in there. It was like about 4 in the back, me, Aja. It's about a total of like 15, 16 people in that theater.
Yeah,
Max.
that's a lot. That's the more than I've been in. Like every room that I've been in
Yeah.
has been like 5 people. It's been great.
When I watched Jurassic Kingdom, is that the last one that came out?
The Jurassic World.
Jurassic World,
Fallen Kingdom. I think.
Fallen
Fallen
Kingdom,
Kingdom.
whatever the last one was.
Can we all agree that those movies are bad?
Yeah.
like
Oh
the-
god, they're awful.
I like
Good.
Jurassic World.
I think it's fine, but
Yeah.
it's
Kingdom, I didn't care for.
Yeah.
They kind of went with the original concept. They wanted to do the clone,
clone
human thing, and they actually brought it back
Okay.
in the form. Yeah.
But I there was a dude legitly, I mean, having a full blast conversation on his phone. And I watched an entire theater turn on this guy. And this was the most crazy. It was so much better because I guess the movie sucked and no one was paying attention really. So, and they're probably
movie was
pretty
pretty
angry
boring.
that they paid money to see this movie. So they had to take that anger out on something. And this dude was having a full blast conversation on his phone. And I watched one by one everyone in that theater. The theater's stacked full. Everyone one by one. Yo, turn that off. Yo, shut up. Yo, turn that fucking phone
But at least they have a
off. And
reason
it
to
was-
fucking yell at this guy.
Yeah, everyone. This dude stands up, and
bang,
everyone in the theater is screaming at this guy. Shut the fuck! Oh, dude. Eventually he left, but it was like a 30-minute ordeal with
just
this.
bullied this man out of the movie
It was
theater.
a mob. Everyone went mob mentality on this one guy. It
you-
was it was the best.
Have you guys seen A Quiet Place, the first one?
I
Yeah.
did. I love The Quiet.
Yeah.
But the
I
first one
actually
is so
watched it in
good.
theaters, but I watched it like I knew what to do with it. I was like, so I went super late at night where I'm like, okay, there's like
Am I
5
the one that
people
told you
here.
about it? No?
What?
Quiet Place.
I don't
No.
think so.
No.
No, yeah.
It's the second one has very fucking annoying, obnoxious characters. Good God. Like, they do
I
stupid
read that.
fucking choices.
I read that and I was really curious why you thought that.
It's not a spoiler, but the deaf girl,
Yeah.
why does she go out by herself?
Yeah.
If she can make a noise that she thinks she's quiet, it could be super fucking loud.
Yeah. It's a bad idea.
Yeah,
for
bad
a
idea from
deaf
the
person
get-go.
to go by
She
themselves.
does that a lot in this movie.
The whole movie is full of shit like that.
Yeah,
Like, just go with your mom. Like she's not. It's not like she's unwilling to walk with you.
Yeah, it
Just
was.
fucking ass.
It's reasons though, but
If you had to fight someone in the dark, you think a blind guy would whoop your ass?
Daredevil. Daredevil confirmed it.
I'm almost certain like a blind guy would have a better chance fighting me if I was like 2 guys that can see in the dark.
He can hear you better too.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm
smell
saying
you,
a
too.
blind man, I'm gonna whoop my ass in the
Hit you with the
dark.
cane. Hit you with the 1-2 with the cane.
It's like a blind guy's just talking mad shit, and then his cane just like it's a light switch, and I'm
No.
like, oh no.
I saw the cane shit for the first time like 2 years ago in South Carolina. I never seen it before.
Someone using
ever.
the cane?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's scary. I was driving by, like,
He's on the road.
yeah. No, he
He's,
wasn't
like,
on
in
the
the
road. He was
middle
on
of the
the, he was on the
road.
sidewalk.
Yes.
He's on the side. I think you need someone with you, right? That's a scary thing.
It depends. Some cities are really primed for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Some aren't.
He was on the sidewalk, but he was just. Imagine if you miss.
Imagine it's an interstate. He's like, damn.
It's loud out here. Oh man.
To answer your question, I think probably. I think you kick my ass.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'd just be swinging.
His blindness doesn't affect his strength. If he can find you and hear you, he'll beat your ass.
Yeah.
what's that movie called where it's a blind guy chasing the people down in his house?
I seen it in theaters.
Oh, it's not a. Breathe.
Breathe.
Don't
breathe.
Don't breathe.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen
That
it.
movie's gross.
Yes. Yeah. The last scene. The
Turkey
You never
baster.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you know
seen-
what we're talking about?
I walked into 217 one time where you guys were watching it, like right when that happened.
God, it
Yes,
came out
a
then?
slight spoiler.
Damn.
It's a pretty old movie, but slight spoiler. This movie's disgusting. Like that part was,
the hair comes out.
ooh, dude. There's one like pubic hair. On it.
Yeah. I forgot why he did that though. Can't remember.
He was like his daughter. I mean, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil it then.
People need to go watch it. Sorry.
But I seen it in South Carolina, but never mind, Columbia.
That's awesome.
It's one of those movies I didn't know nothing about. Walked in, loved it.
Just saw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those type of movies.
Yeah.
I try to not look anything up about a movie anymore.
This is usually my best movie experience.
That's how I watched Django Unchained.
Really?
I had no idea it was Quentin Tarantino. Anything. I was like, what is this?
That was me with Jackie Brown. I was in
I
a
didn't-
hotel watching it.
Okay, Brian, do you like Jackie Brown?
Yeah, I love Jackie Brown.
I
The movie's great.
hate Jackie Brown.
Really?
Yeah, I do
That's
not
one of the
like.
few movies where this gotta be a Tarantino movie, right? And I was right.
Yeah,
It did not.
That's like his third movie.
Really?
That's like if you see, it's like Pulp Fiction and like Jackie Brown are like quintessentially Tarantino movies. Wow, that was the weirdest shit. You guys took a sip of your coffee at the exact same time, for
Really?
the exact same length,
Ew.
and put it down at the exact same time.
And we got this on video. Now.
We got it.
What-
I
what's
just
the
saw it
timestamp?
happen, and it was like someone just copy pasted the animation.
He had to pause what he was saying. I didn't realize that.
I guess we should mention on the podcast. I don't know if we've ever mentioned this. Have we ever mentioned this on the podcast about how we have like this weird?
Plenty of times, maybe.
Yeah, this
Me and
weird
Tay
parallel.
we and Tay do like
Sync shit.
we sync in motion sometimes, and it's super bizarre. We've known each other for what 6 years, 7 years now.
God, yeah. I'll
and
never, never forget when we said hi. How are you? That's when it first happened.
There was one time me and Tay like went to school together, and there was one time where we said something so in sync that the frequency when we both said at the same time we did not hear each other.
Yeah, we knew each other.
They just canceled each
You see
other.
Kazar right there dying laughing.
Yeah, and me and Tay just looked around like,
What
what's going on?
happened?
And then like Ty like looked over and was like, you said it exactly at
It was
the
the
same.
same joke.
And we were like, what?
It was a SpongeBob joke.
Yeah.
And then,
how are you?
dude, there's been so many times on Twitter where literally me and Tay will tweet the same joke.
I've seen
It's
that.
so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I hate this.
Sometimes I think that you retweet Tay or that Tay retweets you, and then I look back and you just tweeted the same thing.
Sometimes, yeah, it'll be like, it freaks me out.
Dude,
So
what-
we come to the conclusion that like one of us is like from another dimension and the other's dimension.
A dimension merge.
so are you white Tay or is Tay
we don't know
or
yet.
is Tay
We don't know
Black
yet.
Jordan?
Look, he also has a goatee going on.
I did this weekend.
Dude, that looks good.
I
You know,
messed up, so I had to make a go too.
You're going to look more like my culture the longer that gets. I just need you to know that.
This is close to Anthony Mackie's look.
Brian, you
That
should
is
get a
Anthony
goatee.
Mackie's
Dude,
look,
we should
yeah.
all have goatees.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, man, come
No,
on.
I have too much chin to get rid of this.
How long would it take
so
to grow
much
back?
chin.
What'd you say?
How long did it take to grow back?
Like probably like 3 weeks. Be
Really?
honest with you. Probably like a month. I would probably grow this.
My
back in a
facial
month.
hair does not grow.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I
you tried
shave
multiple
maybe
times.
once a week if I feel like it.
Really?
Yeah, it's like my mustache is the only thing it can grow, and I think
remember.
I've been growing this thing for like 6 years.
Just give up.
No, it's a pretty nice mustache right now.
It is a nice
Or
mustache.
take hormones or something.
Dude, start putting Rogaine on my face.
No, mine
Grow
started-
back.
Mine started to itch when it grows back. So that's why I know it's coming back.
Do you know that I learned recently that black men struggle with that way more often than any other
Itchy
race?
facial hair.
Itchy facial hair
What?
or body hair. I don't know. Something about the pores just get fucked
Don't look
up.
at me like that.
what am I looking at? I can't
I
look
can
up.
feel your eyes just on me like that. Now when
makes
I
you itchy?
shave like this, I can feel it grow back and it just
Yeah, that's it's
annoying.
like the
It grows
fucking
back
worst.
that quick.
Yeah, my face hair grows quick.
I can never wrap my head around like people who would shave and then like they shave in the morning, and then like by lunch they're shaving again. I'm like, how's that even growing that fast?
I think that's cartoons. Is it real?
No, people
Some
actually
people,
do that.
yeah, some people like shave in the morning, and then by the end of the night they have a 5 o'clock.
That's an issue.
It's like a
Yeah,
don't sound
it's an
normal.
issue. Yeah,
like Arab people, right? They can grow like big beards like that. Like Indian
fucking know.
people can grow big beards.
I don't know.
You grow a big beard.
Yeah, I'm neither Indian or Middle Eastern.
Have you ever like tried to just like straighten your beard? Like take a oh, you have?
Yeah, they sell a beard. They sell a beard straightener. It's like a comb that heats up and can straighten your beard.
No way, really?
Yeah, it's fucking.
You should
sick.
get it.
I really want to get it.
I
yeah.
want to see you with a big long straight beard. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, dude. My beard just gets bushy.
Yeah.
So like do you remember Dexter's Laboratory? That,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
that's exactly what my
It's a
beard
big
looks
bush.
like.
Owen's beard. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what my face looks like. I haven't shaved my beard off in 7 years.
I did a couple months. It doesn't look right for me no more.
No, I can't. If I do this, I'm gonna look in the mirror and punch it. Like I have no idea who.
If I shave my mustache, I'm afraid my wife will divorce me.
You know, like black women love their hair.
Yeah.
And now I understand. And I guess white girls, every girl likes their hair, but like, I understand now when something happens to their hair,
Yeah,
they freak out. That's me with my facial hair.
really.
Yeah. Cause like I messed up. That's why I did it like this. Cause I messed up on one of these sides. Like fuck, I gotta
Was it
cut
just
some
like
off.
too low?
Yeah.
I
So I had to cut it
fucking
all
hate-
off. So
fucking
like
hate that.
I don't like this look. And people give me a lot of looks this week. So like
I like that look, man. It looks good on you.
It used to be
Looks good on
like I used to have like more facial hair in high school. I kind of when I got older, it kind of went down. I do that little 5 o'clock shadow look now. I do.
It's nice.
It's a good look.
It's
You
nice.
sip the drink. It's nice. How you say it like that?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, but if I try to grow my hair out, it takes a very long time though. It goes to a certain point and just stops.
It just stops. Yeah.
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 Like I can't get like you. Ever.
Dude,
Yeah.
this is like I've been having this since I was like in fucking 9th grade.
9th grade.
Or 8th grade. I went to military school,
Yeah.
and I would have to shave once a week.
That makes me so angry.
I had what Jordan had in like 8th grade. People was like, "How do you do that?" Like,
Yeah, people would make fun of me because I looked like a fucking 25-year-old man in an 8th grade classroom.
Dude, I had facial hair still trying to grow in when I was in college. I was like on my neck, it was, I'm like, oh, I'm getting hair on my neck now.
where's
All
your
right.
dad? Your dad has a goatee, right? No.
My dad?
Yeah.
My dad and brother have full grown beard. They have huge beards.
That's awesome.
But you can't get it. That's bizarre.
I think
man.
I took a lot from my mom because I have like a lot, like my face is round like my mom.
That makes sense.
Also, I'm pretty sure I have like a lot of Cherokee in me.
Okay, I gotta break that down.
I
What
went
makes you
to-
say that?
I've been reading a lot of books, a lot of Indians, and I'm like, yeah, I can vibe with that.
Oh, you say
Hey,
that.
I don't think you have Cherokee.
I think
blood
I have
in you.
Cherokee in me, man. I can feel
You're in
Mother
the-
Earth.
Are
No, I do- I know.
Are Cherokees from Virginia?
No, well, in that area, yeah. There's Cherokees all over, but in like where I'm from, yeah.
Okay.
But if I am, so as far as I know, I am related to, am in the bloodline of Davy Crockett. And I know Davy Crockett was slayed.
Wait, David Crockett's a real person?
Yeah.
Yes, Brian.
What?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess you wouldn't. I mean, you're from Puerto Rico, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's American history. Yeah.
Was he
yeah.
a pirate?
Huh?
Was he a pirate?
Oh, you
Who
don't
was
know-
David Crockett?
No, me either.
He was a senator for Tennessee. And then he also was like,
I'm North Carolinian.
Okay,
whatever
let
you
me.
call it.
Now that you've given me that answer, let me ask you this in return. How the fuck am I supposed to know what a senator from Tennessee is?
there's like movies about him on Disney.
What the hell did he do?
He's a pioneer. He invented the skin hat. Skin hat.
Raccoon?
Yeah,
The raccoon
you ever
skin?
Oh, the
seen-
raccoon fur ball thing.
That's David
That's
Crockett.
a stupid hat.
That was a Canadian
That's
thing.
his biggest achievement?
Well, that's like one of the things he's pioneered.
Fucking lame.
He was like a pioneer. He was like known for being like hardcore.
What does that mean?
Fist
when you're a
fighting
What
bears.
does pioneer mean?
Isn't it like adventurous or something?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you just go, he was like when they got to America, they're like, "What is it?" Like go. It's just like you see those woods? No one's ever been in there.
How do you
like,
feel about black people?
What?
The what?
I'm gonna decline that.
My great grandfather was Native American. I don't know what
Interesting.
part, but he has a lot of kids.
If you
Yeah.
live in the U.S., you have some type of Native American strain in
it
you.
seemed like the same, especially around this area. Like Jordan is right. The Virginia area where we're from is a lot of people like.
You're
that.
also from Virginia?
No, I mean like I guess South, Really?
Like,
yeah, I mean the
yeah.
East Coast. If you're like East Coast, like probably Virginia, Georgia,
Maybe.
North Carolina,
Yeah.
South Carolina. There's a lot of like Native Americans all the way down into like Florida, and then that's like Comanche territory with
Yeah.
like Texas, and then going to Wyoming.
One of the scariest things my grandmother said is she has so many brothers and sisters that she doesn't know. And she passed away like years ago. She never.
Oh
knew.
yeah, no. Ancestry must be a pain in the ass
Yeah.
when you.
I want to do
on
that though,
Yeah.
because I forgot where but I guess tribe or whatever he was from.
Mm-hmm.
I want to learn. I want to do that DNA test thing. What's it called?
The
Spin the tube.
Ancestry.com or 123andMe.
One of those.
23andMe.
There's
I-
like a bunch of them.
I really
now.
want to do those
Yeah.
because I want to see how far like.
There's a couple that you have to like spit into a test tube. I would refuse to fucking do that.
Yeah, I do it.
Said no.
Dude, all I can think about was spit into a test tube. Was like the scientists break that open and going.
Oh,
And some freak on the other
that
end.
genuinely made me sick to my stomach. Oh.
Someone
They
just
clone
shot
you?
in your spit.
No, I really want. I've been talking about this for years. Like I want to do that, but I don't want to do the sickness shit.
I would like to do
No,
it, but
yeah.
what I don't like is like they keep your DNA on
I
record.
meant to get DNA since you first started school.
Apparently, that's like the controversy. It's like they keep it.
They clone you.
For whatever, yeah. It's like the movie The Island. And so there's just a clone of you somewhere.
You're gonna wake up like 2,000 years in the future. You don't
If
know
you,
how.
if you knew yourself,
I would love to meet a clone of me just to see how annoying I am in person.
could you like clone yourself and then have to kill yourself?
Yeah, it ain't me.
Like,
You know what I mean?
But then-
but see, that's an interesting thing. Like at that point, right? Like you clone yourself; it's an exact copy of yourself.
Yeah,
right?
but he doesn't have anything in the future prior.
Right.
Yeah.
From that point on,
He's not
you
you.
are no longer the same person.
Yeah.
No.
From the moment the clone exists, you're no longer the same person.
You have the same thought process and everything. And
Yeah.
strength and all that, but you're all two different people.
Yeah, you have the same neural pathways and everything like that. But once, like, if you go off to the north and you go off to the south in 5 years, you're not going to be the same person at all.
there was a thing about this in that show Invincible, right?
What?
With the two clone brothers.
Oh, yeah, two clone brothers. I was thinking about.
Oh yeah, like
I was thinking about the clone Spider-Man clone saga. When Peter thought he was a clone himself, and you freaked him the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the existential crisis of finding out that you're a fucking clone? That's
Fake
terrifying to
lip
me.
brain, like, fake
I
memories
genuinely
and
have nightmares of me finding out like I'm not real. Like
Really?
the reality doesn't.
I saw a South Park episode like that where like Kyle thinks himself out of reality for a minute, and then I started thinking, I'm like, can you actually think yourself out of like what if you are not real? What you're just like this is all. I used to think that as a kid, like I would have these thoughts about like what if none of this around me is real.
Yeah.
It's I'm only conscious because I'm making everything conscious.
Right.
But as soon as I die, everything else in the world goes lights
snaps.
out. Which technically that is true. You are your own god because once you're gone, if you have no connection to like, if you can't see anything, then there's nothing there.
Nothing exists. Yeah. It's
No.
It's bizarre to think it like that, but I mean, technically, yeah.
when I get to that level, that's when I think about like it goes from like what's after death to what you guys talking about. Because like when can you just imagine like especially like it's like the same thing with before being born. I don't remember nothing.
I don't remember a goddamn thing.
No.
That's because you weren't real.
You know what
Yeah.
though? You know what?
Yeah.
You know what is kind of nice is not knowing, because I think if we knew everything, it would just be a lot boring. If you knew where all you couldn't see
Answers.
if you could see the sandbox end.
Yeah.
What's the fun of it?
I just want to be right about it. Just
Yeah.
so that all of the churches just collapse into themselves. That's the only thing that I
Yeah.
want. I want God, like, or whatever entity is in there to say, hey, there's no heaven.
Dude, you know what's free? You know what's
It's like that'd be amazing.
well, you know what's
You're
bizarre?
fucked. This is it. That's
Could
all
you
got.
imagine being like living like 4,000 years ago and then worshiping some like tree god, and but that reality is going to completely shift in the future? Like,
Yeah.
what is going to be like the thing in the future from now?
Oh, it's gonna be the atom or some shit. It's gonna be like Fallout religion, where like the bombs are gonna hit at one point, and then we just worship the atom bomb.
Or even if there is religion or anything.
Gojira. Have you had dreams where you like have the dream and then you wake up, but then you wake up again, you're still in the dream? You know, like you're having a dream, right?
Yeah.
You know that you're having a dream. You wake up, but you're still having a dream. Like you're woken
yeah.
up twice. That happened to me one time where I woke up 10 times in the dream. It was like the edge of fucking tomorrow. And to this point, I don't know if I'm still like asleep. You know, like the last
Jesus,
15,
you
the
never
last,
woke
So you think you never woke
the
up?
last 10 years, I don't know. Like I was so fucking terrifying. Because like I woke up 10 times in the same spot at the same thing, but every time that I woke up, there was something different about the room. So like one time I woke up and there was like a puddle of blood right next to me. And like the other time I woke up and like the couch was missing. And I just kept being like little variants of that shit. And by the time I woke up screaming in like panic, I was like,
Really?
Yeah, it was the worst fear that I've ever felt in my life.
You're at sleep paralysis? I can never say the word.
Sleep
Sleep
paralysis.
You read that before?
I've had that before, but I haven't seen like a sleep paralysis demon or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty.
That's fear. when
yeah,
you
it's
sleep
terrifying.
paralysis.
Awful. This is like an existential brand
Crisis.
of like I woke up and I just sat in the corner for like 10, 15 minutes because I needed to know if what I was experiencing was like if I was actually having a dream or not.
That's scary.
Terrifying.
I would be so pissed if I woke up one day and I'm still in middle school.
Dude,
Like I just literally just dreamed
I would
this,
be
and now I gotta
fucking-
redo all this.
I'd be very angry with that. I hated middle school. That was one of the longest, worst years of my life.
Oh yeah, it sucked. Middle school
Like
sucked.
1 year felt like 5 years.
Yeah.
It really did. Yeah, it was god awful.
And, you know, this is a common thing. I've seen this. People don't like middle school. I don't know what is a common.
Maybe it's because like your body's changing. You're like trying to like find who you are and stuff.
Yeah.
The middle school is like that transition point where you have no fucking idea how the world works, but you're still trying to make sense of shit. So like you have this weird, messed up theories in your mind about how the world works, and slowly, little by little over time, people just shut that shit down. They just keep telling you that that's not how the world works. And then like you're growing and your body's changing. You were like this tiny, suddenly you're like 6 foot. You're walking like a newborn deer. It's like it's such a terrifying time space to be in middle school.
6th, 7th grade. Even it was garbage.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I
like-
remember during this time that high school's gonna be worse. Absolutely not.
No,
No, high school's great.
No, high
I had a
school
good
was
time.
way easier and more not containable, but more
Manageable.
manageable compared to what middle school was fucking doing.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just mine.
I think because you come self aware of what's going around you, but then you're still too young to have any control of what you're doing. So it's kind of like you're in prison pretty much. You're just getting
started,
told
like,
what to do.
old enough to understand the world's around you.
Yeah.
But can't really do much. That
You know,
makes a lot of
also,
sense.
it's like my parents were getting divorced when I was in like middle
Oh, yeah,
school,
that
so
sucks.
that was I was like moving around and shit.
That's a hard time.
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys aren't from like divorced parents,
No.
which is bizarre. It's usually the other way around. Like it's more
A lot of
divorcees than divorcees.
People I know, I had a situation like their parents are like split or something.
Yeah.
It's always been for me growing up.
What is it like to have an 11 family?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
My parents actually got married in like 2016.
No way.
Really?
Mine got married in 2003.
Yeah, they've been dating and they just never got married.
They've been dating.
Yeah, they're just basically
Your
married.
dad living like your dad picks up your mom like, with flowers. Like I'm here to pick up my date. Dad, just live here.
Yeah, you've been living here for 15 years.
That's basically people like that. Just they've been in a relationship so long, but they're not married.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are kind of shifting into that like space of like they just date forever and then. But there's like, see, our government's tricky because they give so many incentives to get married.
Yeah, and then they take they give so many incentives to get married, and then they fucking skyrocket your taxes.
This is
when
gonna be
you're
an episode Audra listens to Gary fucking to it.
there. What'd you say? This is gonna be the
Cause I'm glad you did. Cause I've been thinking about this for a very long time and seeing
How long you
shit.
been dating Aja?
4 years.
Oh, wait, it felt way longer than that.
That's a good thing. Everyone says that.
Yeah, I feel like you guys. That is true. I feel like you guys have been dating for fucking ages.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's
of
only
people
been
do
4 years.
that.
Shout out to you, Aja.
So I've been seeing. I don't know why, but baby's been in my mind a very long time.
Yeah, gonna
And,
have some little
children.
tays going around.
I want to ask you guys.
Little tater tots.
That's great. I'm not gonna lie, that's great.
Tater tots.
What would you guys have kids? Like, how would you?
Hate them. Don't want it.
No, really.
No, fuck, bro.
Ryan?
I'm good with kids. I like kids.
Like-
I know that I want kids.
Yeah.
I just don't know when I'm gonna be particularly ready for
That's
kids.
what I'm gonna say,
Like
like-
financially ready for kids.
Never.
Because like emotionally, I feel like I could take care of a kid. You know, maybe.
No.
But, but nah, emotionally, it's weird because like emotionally, I feel like I can handle it, but the stress is so high that I know that I would crack at some point.
Because like,
And I don't really trust my parents a lot to just
Yeah.
be like, hey, can you just take care of my kid
Really?
for a while? No, it's my parents are fine, but I just
you don't want to put that on them.
No, I would love to put it on them.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby? Don't you put that on me?
You put that evil on me. No, like, so like, of my family, my cousins, they all like most of them have children,
right
around my age. I'm the only one that doesn't really have one.
Yeah.
I'm the guy still fucking buying Godzilla figures
These are my children.
and like PS5s and shit. But
Bro, because look at the
But you can do
environment
that
that
with
we're
kids
in.
too. So like, it's not like
no, but it's like it's kind of weird now. Like if I'm at a point where I'm the one. It's time for not time. It depends on you really.
yeah.
But like they all have kids, and I'm just like don't have any. And then,
There is something about like pressure from your family. This happens a lot in Hispanic families, where like everybody's just like, oh, where's the girlfriend? Where's the wife? Where's
my
the kids?
coworkers are like that.
And I'm just like, man, worry about your bag.
Yeah, my coworkers are like that too. Like, they're like,
say
like
Happy
you
Father's Day
guys
to
not
me.
married? Like,
Yeah.
where, you know children? I'm like, no.
Yeah,
It won't be.
Two people asked me. That said it last week or 2 weeks ago. Happy Father's Day. 2 people did it to me yet.
I tagged everyone. I tagged all the people without kids, and so Happy Father's like Happy Father's Day.
And she's like, why?
really
I don't need
funny.
24, 25. How am I'm 25, right? Or 24. Fuck.
What year were you born?
25.
96. I'm 24.
You are 25 because I was born 95.
Am I really 25?
Yeah, you're 25.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you turn. I'm almost 2 years older than you.
Yeah, this
What
is
year
the
is
moment
it?
where Tay finds out
2021.
that he's a clone. It's only been like
You're actually just 1 year old.
yeah, it's been alive
Like,
for
what?
3 years.
Yeah, I'll be 25 this year. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
freaking out just then.
We cloned you in the pandemic. Man. We were bored.
Me and Sage have our birthday on the same, like we were born on the same day of the same year.
Yeah.
So sometimes I genuinely forget when my birthday is, and I
just
go like,
ask him.
Yeah, I
That's
just go
really
like,
weird.
Sage, when's our birthday?
Me and my
Yeah,
cousin was born the same day.
That's great. We were born 12 hours apart.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
I got nobody to share my birthday with.
Sucks.
No, I think I share my birthday with like some celebrities. I think Wiz Khalifa shares my birthday. I remember looking this up. There's a couple people that share my birthday.
I share my birthday with fucking Hitler.
Damn.
Reincarnation of Hitler.
That's a bummer.
Damn.
April 25th.
I think Obama's birthday is before or after mine's. Can't remember.
No, it's
Obama's
not the
day.
birthday you want to share with. You want to share. You don't want to share the death day because if you share the death day, then that's probably you're reincarnated. Yeah,
If his death date is your birth date.
dude, how bizarre is it to like die on your birthday?
Someone that happened to trillions
That
of
happens
people.
all the time.
Yeah.
That's what you call a life easy in, easy out.
You just want to make that joke.
That was such a like head joke for like editors.
I really appreciated that.
Yeah, that's such a niche joke.
killed
I'm
him.
sorry. If anyone who
That's
knows
just,
After
that's just an
Effects,
easy cross to solve.
in it.
In it.
You see those British memes I've been sending you guys?
Yo, those things have been fucking killing me.
I gotta stop bringing up TikTok on
Yeah.
the podcast, but damn, dude, I keep finding these A1 videos.
TikTok, I'm gonna be that guy. It's kind of better than Vine.
There's so much.
TikTok is way better
There's a
than
lot
Vine,
more
yeah.
stuff to do. I mean, just the technology's better.
Yeah.
You can do a whole lot more.
Vine was TikTok is what Vine would have evolved to eventually.
Yeah.
And TikTok is Vine too.
But Vine has like dated humor. It make it happen to TikTok too.
Well, it only has dated humor because it lasted for like 2 years.
2
before it
years,
shut
What a
down.
juggernaut, though. Like I remember just watching compilations of Vines
Dude,
on Twitter
Vine
or
is some of the
YouTube.
funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, but if you watch, it's like,
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I go back every couple of years and I just go like,
it's nostalgic. That was a good
fucking
time when
funny
Vine
to me.
came out. I
It-
had a Vine.
You know,
Really
like
nice.
it sparked so much creativity out of like the youth back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Like
The
everybody was making videos. Like it was like this like frontier of like the internet of just like anyone could be a content creator.
A lot of those famous Instagram comedians were Viners. And they came over. Like
Yeah.
that Lance guy,
King Bach.
Screaming Grandma.
King back.
Only a couple of them streamed through though that are still relevant now.
It's like a whole
Only a
bunch
couple of them were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I didn't really watch King Bach and Vine though. I knew where he was, but he wasn't
That's
my
insane.
go-to funny guy.
I love how there's like this weird upside down world now where they deep fry his memes. They
Yeah.
take his vines with the giant spoon
That
and
video's not
they
funny.
they warp it to like make it weird.
Yeah.
I love them.
That video's not funny.
It's funny when they remix it into like they like do like they'll have the giant spoon out and then they'll have a narrator reading this long thing explaining it everything out.
You like the sort of like meta humor. Of, like-
Yeah.
Like you like laughing at the fact that someone's telling you what the joke is. Like that is funny.
yeah. Because I've seen it so many times that like meta humor is the only thing that I think truly gets to my core because I am a connoisseur.
But you're also the guy that laughs at fucking a guy saying that he can taste his piss in a movie. You know, like
What?
Yeah, we were watching Saint Brews yesterday. And no, it wasn't even that. We were watching Strange Brews, and there's a scene where someone's loading beer in a dock, and the guy just goes like, someone pushes a beer and like makes a weird face at him, and just goes like, "I saw that," and Crockett fucking died laughing.
I'm trying to figure out what I like. Like my humor is really weird.
Yeah, your humor is really niche. It's very niche humor. Yeah,
Like when I see something, like you said, it's meta humor. That's what you were.
Well, I don't think you have a meta humor sense of
know.
humor.
I don't know either.
Because meta humor is like really bizarre. Like
you're like a very rounded sense of humor guy.
All
like,
kinds of things.
you know, like if something's funny, it'll just get to you.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that really gets you is when someone says something so stupid and absurd that you have no choice but to like be angry at it. That's really what gets you. When I see you on Twitter and you're just like reading tweets and retweeting, sometimes I'll see like 5 posts in a row from you. And I know that you saw something that like fucking triggered it. And that's your sense of humor.
You probably saw it this morning. Do you guys know what Squirt Twitter is?
yeah.
Squirt spaces.
Oh, let's talk
Yeah,
about
Squarespace is- yeah,
what
that's
because I want you to explain it to me. So all right. So to break it down from the start, Twitter introduced this thing called Spaces, which allows there to be. It's almost like a Discord.
And Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a group chat. Room.
There's
It's
no
like a voice
video.
chat.
It's only sound,
Great
and there can
concept.
be speakers. So there could be multiple speakers, but then there can only be like, and then other people can join where they're just listeners. So they're pretty much coming in for a virtual TED Talk. And that was cool for like maybe a day, and then immediately got flipped into this thing called what? The Moan space?
Yeah,
Squarespace.
talk to us about this.
Yeah.
I don't know how I found it. It
I think people are
appeared.
just memeing it. People kept retweeting it because they couldn't believe what the.
And I went in
what
for
the
a
hell
good
is
minute,
happening?
and it's absurd.
Is it just people monkeying it?
It was women mostly. It's really OnlyFans users
That makes
promoting
sense.
themselves, and they got a whole bunch of other female.
I would not be surprised. I knew that.
Dude, there was like 10,000 people in that
Oh, yeah.
space.
Absolutely.
I saw Kevin Durant was in one of them.
Yeah, a lot of famous check marks was in the
Yeah, like people, they know people can see that, right?
Yeah, dude, people are screenshotting constantly.
I don't think people care anymore, man.
No, it's just like, how do you, and I mean, someone made a great point. Like, this is just for chatting, but how do you make something, nothing sexual whatsoever, sexual?
You underestimate the ability of the human species.
Maybe
to
I did.
bone.
Yeah.
We are horny, man. Like humans are horny.
Like, there's to a point where it's gone too far. And that was too far.
See, I don't.
It is. Like, come on, man. Really? You put in your camera or mic.
Yeah, right next to it. Listen, I'm not saying I'm not saying it's a little bit bizarre.
Yeah.
You know, it's like ASMR, like genital ASMR. But
Dude, all I can think about, so I like listened to one of those like people like screen recorded one, and I listened to it. It legitly, you could just take like a cup and then
anything.
put some like like putty in it, and just and it would be the exact same. No one would know.
The
No one
exact
would
same noise.
know.
There's a subreddit. So here's a reason why it doesn't strike me as weird. There's a subreddit called Gone Wild Audio, and it's just like.
Oh my god.
And it's just
I'm going to spit that coffee y'all. How do you find that?
don't worry about it.
Gone Wild Audio.
So
What is it?
there's a subreddit. So I found it because there's a subreddit called Gone Wild, which is like amateur people posting like nude selfies and like sexual content. And they have something called Gone Wild Audio, which is just audio recordings.
It's like a black screen audio.
No, it's literally they literally built a website. They built a website called soundgasm.net, and it's just a free library. People post their audios there, and it's free hosting. And it's just like people that like making porn with just audio, and it's fantastic. It's like people are reading erotic stories, or people just like playing out a scenario, and like it's really popular. It's fucking
Like,
big.
like, what is it, like sexy talk? That's what you call it?
No, it's like it's more like
Just
role play.
sounds.
Yeah, it's more like role play. So like there's anything from like people just fucking
Dude, all I can think
monkeying
of
it
All I can think about now is like people in that do sound design.
Yeah.
If you ever seen someone in the movie make sound design, it's like for like footsteps, they'll use like eggs and crunch it with like printer paper. That's all I can think about now is people like making fake sounds with like bizarre things.
You just see somebody like using their hands and just.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
Probably
like.
lotion on their hands.
But so that's maybe why it doesn't strike me as weird, because like I know about that shit, and it's just like if you make a platform that is free to users and they can use it without any sort of contractual agreement or terms of service outside of like what Twitter normally allows, they're gonna use it for porn.
Let's talk about that because
We got 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes.
Damn.
Why is Twitter the only platform like this? Twitter is bizarre.
Because Twitter is a Wild West platform where they didn't compromise on like a lot of stuff, and they'll just allow you to post whatever.
There's even
As long as it's not like, you know,
There's
harmful to anything, they'll let
What'd
you
you
just
say?
post
There's
it.
like Nazis on the website.
Oh yeah.
Well, because that falls under, I guess, freedom of speech, I guess.
I mean, like, look at Facebook. Facebook sucks, by the way, but like Instagram,
Facebook's
all these,
awful.
you can't do nothing what Twitter does. There's literally porn on Twitter. It's
Yeah.
a porn app.
It can be. That is like certain
still on Apple
spaces.
Store.
I mean, the way I used it back in 2015, it might as well happen.
Twitter is like amazing just because of you can be following porn accounts and then CNN at the same time.
Yeah.
you can
No,
see titties
you
on
get-
one post and then like there was a bomb in like you know Philadelphia in the other.
You get news before companies. Oh my God. What was
That was my watch alarm.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
Wanna
Just
wrap
saying we got 5 minutes.
Wanna wrap it up now then?
Yeah, well, I want to say, like, I think that Twitter is like that because when it started, it was going against the conventions of social media. So it was just like, it's just going to be a free space. And now they have to keep that up because the moment that they try to like censor or like depornify Twitter, the same thing that happened to Tumblr is going to happen. Tumblr collapsed the moment that porn came off it. It's like people barely talk about Tumblr anymore.
Yeah, and I'd be remiss to mention that OnlyFans was like talking,
I was just about to say
slightly
that, too.
talking about like moving away from taking
Yeah.
adult content, and that's kind of I mean, like that is super bizarre that
It was never the adult content.
no, it was never meant to be adult content, and then like these creators like
What the fuck did you think was
Warp-
going to happen
But they
when you give
warp-
people the ability to post private feeds
yeah,
and have people pay them for money?
because Patreon didn't turn into
Patreon can be that though.
Patreon
Yeah.
didn't turn into it because Patreon stopped it from happening.
oh really
Yeah, Patreon had a terms of service. There was no specificity about adult content. Adult content started showing up, and Patreon said we can't.
But that's gotta suck. Like you make a website for that. Like you wanted to make a Patreon alternative, and it was just let it get completely warped. Like that's what you like. If you think of he's got an only or she got his OnlyFans, like you
It turned into something
immediately think it's porn.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be porn.
But,
But,
you
like-
immediately think, if I was a website developer and I made a website and all of these content creations started making me a goddamn bag, I don't care what you post on my fucking website. As long as it's legal, let me make that bag.
Is there like sites like, but it's like a porn Patreon? Is that a thing?
That's OnlyFans, yeah.
No, I mean OnlyFans is not that though. Truly, it's like OnlyFans. You can do anything if you
Oh,
want.
it was a website like just made for porn.
Oh,
yeah. Like subscribe to these different users. Is that a thing? Someone can make bank off that.
Probably there probably was, but nothing like mainstream.
There's a Twitter like app called Mediafire or Social Fire or whatever the fuck. That's like exclusively for porn
Really?
content. Yeah, and it's a great.
but like
idea.
that's like how
But they
mainstream
came
is
up.
that?
They came up when Twitter was talking about censoring themselves. That's how they launched.
Oh,
yeah.
that's like a couple years ago.
So a couple years ago. So
Yeah.
that never took fire. It never took a lot of hold because Twitter kept porn.
That's crazy how we're ending this podcast talking about
Yeah,
porn.
right?
This was such a this off-topic podcast, and we're just like all over the place.
We're back like after like 2 weeks of like not posting. So
Oh yeah,
get
and
back
you can
into
also
swing of
see
things.
us now this week. See
Yeah,
our pretty
finally,
faces.
it didn't fuck up. But I want to say like OnlyFans going for like no adult content sucks so much because they let adult content creators make their bag in OnlyFans, and like they use. So essentially, they were like, "Oh, thank you for making us all this money. Now we are gonna put you to the sidelines."
They're gonna lose one themselves.
Yeah, because adult content creators, that constantly happens to them. Where like a website allows them to post content, And then when advertisers start getting interested in the website, they have to pull the adult content out, and the sex workers.
They should just
get left behind.
they could take this situation, and then I don't think they're gonna take it off, but they could switch over and make it like OnlyFans like Red or OnlyFans Plus or something, where it's like it's just adult content. They could do an easy shift like that if they wanted to kind of break it up into different brands.
Maybe they should make one that's just like many fans instead, and just like
many vids is a thing.
Many vids. People can privately post content. You can buy it.
Yeah,
that's crazy. The porn market is insane. It's such a weird industry, and I wish I understood it more.
Yeah,
because it's so exploitative. It used to be so. It's still exploitative, but like independent content creators for sexual content have made the space safer for them by deciding what they want to post when they want to post it. They're YouTubers. I mean, like Pornhub users are YouTubers
content creators.
Yeah, they really are
content creators,
and it's crazy. I've seen blogs about like someone's like a porn actress posted a blog on her Pornhub account about like a shoot, and like it's still content and people want to it, but it's the same thing as YouTube, just based around sex. It's so fascinating to me. I love that culture that's being created by sex creators. Yeah, it's great. So yeah, shout out to sex workers need to make their bag. I hope OnlyFans doesn't.
It's a market. It's
really hard for them
market.
too, actually, because people think they get shit for free.
Oh yeah. Shit gets leaked. It's a whole situation.
Nothing in this world is free.
Reddit.
Yeah, fucking Reddit.
Reddit will show you everything. You want to subscribe to that person? Just go to Reddit first.
Oh
I remember like there was that. This would be the last thing we talk about, but there was that girl that did a Attack on Titan cosplay, and people were like, there was like a feed of Twitter where they screenshotted all his like reactions. Because he finds her.
Yes.
And then he slowly
I don't think I remember.
He kept making tweets about like, all right, I'm gonna subscribe to the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And then he does, and then she has like no nudity on there. Yeah. And he was just, like, he was so angry about it. And people just in the comments were like, you should check Reddit. You should have checked Reddit. Yeah.
It's such a weird entitlement that like a lot of users have about like OnlyFans creators and stuff like that. It's so
you treat them below human.
So fascinating to me. It's so shitty.
Well, that's where it's like, because you don't necessarily have to, have nudity or anything. But I think there should be a disclaimer, I guess, because that is false marketing.
No,
it is.
No,
you pay
it's
for
definitely.
She didn't say that there was nudes,
but she's like posting sexual shit.
Nah, she just posted a picture of.
I guess yeah. I mean, you're right. Is like to assume, but that's how like OnlyFans is like. Like you think they have an OnlyFans, it's going to be all porn. That is like that is the marketing.
That's on the consumer.
What? Yeah, but like that's weird that like they didn't market themselves at all. But that is like how it's been warped by the internet and by people. Like that's the marketing. People market this website as like this place to go to.
Yeah, like we know OnlyFans is not for only porn.
Yeah,
but some people don't know that.
Oh, that would be a great name for like only porn.
Is that not
right there's their.
I'm pretty sure that's real.
OnlyFans.
Hit us up.
Yeah, we'll do a sponsorship.
We should make a drunken ship.
People do that.
They do.
Exclusive content like this episodes.
Before we wrap up, I do want to say that last week's 2 weeks episode ago when we talked about the milk thing, that was a big hit. I got a lot of people messaged me about they call me the milk monster.
The
now.
Milk monster.
That's a new name.
That's how I'm going to introduce you in the podcast next time.
Episode 152 is nearly 3 downloads away for 200 downloads.
That's amazing. Thank you guys so much. That's incredible.
Come subscribe to the YouTube channel, please.
Come see our pretty faces. I know last week we didn't do a video episode, but we're back, baby. Get the lights turned back on. We paid a rent.
Kids need feeds, really.
Tay, where can they? Oh well, Brian, where can they find you at? All right, Tay, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Twitter.
Actually, yeah, do it at the same time.
You can find me. You can find me on Twitter at BryanBrowny and Twitch at BryanBrowny.
You can find me at Twitter at @TayInfinite.
Where can they find you at, right?
I was like, I thought you had more, but you only have Twitter.
Yeah, you only have
You should
Twitter.
make more spaces.
Huh?
You should like do like Twitch or something.
I don't use Twitch anymore.
Well, you got it. You got to make this like outro a little bit longer. You're like, you can just follow me on Twitter.
You're making it longer now.
Yeah, I am because I got to explain the joke, and then the joke is, guys, you can follow me at cyber_calamity on Twitter, and you can follow me at cybercalamity on twitch.tv.
What did I say, Brian?
Guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
I've been getting Bryan lately. It's so funny, dude.
We'll see you guys later.
I was like,